Good morning. Happy New Year. Today is the New Year for Tamils, Assamese, Keralites, and lot of people in Southeast Asia. Whichever part of the world you are in, I wish you a very happy New Year. Let us hope this is the final year that we struggle because of Corona. I am not only talking about the health aspects of it. I am not talking about the economic aspect of it. Let's take a look. Welcome back to Be Rich. The economic impact of COVID is going to be terrible. This is going to take at least 5 years for people to recover. There are certain sectors which are done extremely well in the past, which are now struggling, and which will take a long time for it to recover, because people form habits, and once habits are formed over 2 years, this is going to take a lot of time to break. Why am I talking about this? I am talking about the travel, leisure and the retail industry here. The retail industry is especially painful because they were facing competition from Amazon and Flipkart. Big retail was already in deep trouble. Margins were squeezed, categories were lost. You used to go to a shop and buy cassettes and CDs, and now the entire music has moved online. Categories such as cameras and cell phones are moved online. Category by category, the organized retail is losing to online, to a point people have now started shopping for dresses online. This stress was already there because retail involves lot of salaries and lot of other costs which have to be put in, and therefore they cannot cut costs like Flipkart and Amazon. And also, a bookshop cannot have the entire library that Amazon has. When you order a book on Amazon, Amazon does not have it. He will pick it up from the publisher and send it to you. A retailer does not have that kind of luxury. Even before this, my favorite bookshop in Bangalore had shut down, and it was one of the toughest days of my life when I went to Bangalore to see that Premier had shut down. Whereas I spent my formative years going to Premier with my father and buying books. This is a very sad case. What has happened now is COVID has hastened the end of many big retail brands. People are not going to go to showrooms, and they are scared. Even if the government does not impose any lockdown, people are not willing to make the effort to go to a retail showroom and buy, because even if you are vaccinated, it does not mean that you will not pick up COVID. All it means is that you will not die. You will recover. With this kind of news, retail is in big trouble. It is not only retail that is in trouble. What else is in trouble is the leisure and travel industry. Lot of big hotels have come across entire length and breadth of India, especially in the 4-star and 5-star category, where rooms are in excess of 5,000 rupees a day. I used to wonder, even before the COVID hit, how can so many hotels come to India? How can buildings be built at such high cost of land, and when they are going to recover the money, and how banks are going to recover? But it was always brushed aside by saying that the India story is very strong and all hotels will have a room. Recently, as most of you know, I spent a lot of time in Salem, and I stayed in what was a 5-star hotel for Salem and would be considered 4-star anywhere else. I paid only 2,200 rupees per day, and that was pittance for that kind of room I stayed in. In normal time, the room would have cost me 4,000 rupees, and the hotel was never full on a single day that I stayed there for 20 days. The restaurants were empty, and there were a lot of people working in that place. At least 200 people would have worked in that hotel. This is small town India with a very small kind of shop. Now switch it to a hotel, my favorite in Madras, the Connemara is a Vivanta in Taj, will have at least 300 employees, whom most of them whom I know by name. This is this hotel is in trouble because during the peak of COVID, the room rent was 3,000 rupees or 3,500 rupees with breakfast. And a lot of my friends who came down to Madras were staying there. Even then, the hotel was not full. But things had started to improve after the surge in COVID dropped and there was hope all around, and hotels were filling in up to 60% of their staff. The most important thing for revenue is the restaurant and bar. The restaurant and the bars were empty, and the managers did say they were finding it very difficult. Taj finally started the home delivery, which I never thought a brand like Taj would do, but it was forced to do so. And Taj was delivering food at home to perk up its business. Salaries were cut, and people were just surviving. But look at this, Taj is backed by the mighty Tatas and TCS, and hence can survive. How many hotel brands will be able to survive this? I looked at the figures for Lemon Tree, ITC, and a couple of other hotels. None of these hotels have made money in the last year. None of these hotels have run full. And these are very expensive white elephants at this time. The hotels are built for occupancy, luxury, and opulence. But even when the Chola Sheraton opened, the big property near the beach, the big property near the airport opened, it could not immediately. There was a big outbreak of COVID, and they had to shut it down. So the hotel industry is badly affected. While I am talking about the 5-star hotels where ITC and the mighty Tatas can survive, think about the small lodge owned by one man who has taken a loan against it, and his entire family depends on that. He is going to struggle. Our campaign headquarters was in a place called Omulur, where a small lodge for 20 days was our headquarters, and we were the lifeline for 20 days. In that entire 20 days, there was only one major booking from outside. The second wave has made things worse, and nobody is going to turn up. Think of all the eateries and small shops which you populated and ate. I used to eat at a lot of those places before COVID broke out. Now my brother and wife, the best they allow me to go is Woodlands, and now after the second wave, they are even scared to send me there. So this industry is very important. This is the largest employer. Tourism, hotels, retail are big employers of people who are semi-skilled and who can speak broken English at least. All these families are in trouble. They will slide back into poverty. They had just got out of poverty and were just managing to survive. These people will be pushed back. Hotel and retail chains backed by big corporates and conglomerates may survive as their parents infuse liquidity. Smaller mom and pop shops will not be able to survive. So we do not know what is the future. The future is uncertain. The pandemic has put a lot of people in trouble over the last many years. Thank you for supporting Be Rich. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. If you use Kindle, you can buy the book using the Kindle link given below. If you want a hard copy, send a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would get in touch with you. At the very end, if you want to get in touch with me, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. I am grateful for your support of Be Rich.